Let's do this. My name is Daniel McKenna. I am from Ireland. I'm Irish personal trainer here living in New York City. When I was younger, I learned some of my best life lessons from my football coaches. There's one of them, his name is Marty Briney. He's probably the best coach I've ever had because he installed in me some of the best sayings that I still say to this day. One of them is, if you quit early once, that shit becomes a habit. And what I didn't realize was that those lessons that I learned when I was younger of not quitting early and pushing through would stand to me till this day and was actually the catapult into me going after my passion when I got here to the States. So I was actually an electrician. I'm an electrician by trade. I did the whole school. I did it for 4 or 5 years at home. And then I did it for the first year and a bit, year and a quarter, year and a half when I first moved to New York. Being an electrician at home is seen as a good job, and especially like I started in 2012 and like that was still the recession, so getting an electrician job was like unheard of. So me managing to get it was big. And then when I went home for Christmas saying that, all right, I've quit the electrical job to get into fitness, that was like nearly frowned upon. I loved it when I started, got through all the college. When I moved to America, I was still doing it, but I started to then not enjoy it, and I felt like I was meant for more. There came a point where I never forget, it was a Tuesday morning, 9 a.m, and I was like, do I want to get up every day and go to a building site, work on a construction job that I'm not happy in? Or do I want to go to a gym, help people, change their lives as best I possibly can, and wear shorts every day? I was always in the gym myself, working out. I wanted to work in fitness. I grew up playing all the sports, having a mum as a PE teacher, and like I grew up in it. This was the answer. So I literally quit the job, left, and then when I went home for Christmas saying that, all right, I've quit the electrical job to get into fitness, that was like nearly frowned upon. And yeah, he used to say to me, oh, well, you know, once the shit hits the fan, the personal trainer is the first thing to go. And I'm like, yeah, well, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out, you know. When I transitioned into fitness, I gave up the electrical job to then work 2 jobs. I did flooring in the morning and then train people in the evenings. I lived in Sunnyside, Queens. I'd get up, go into the city, working flooring from 8 to 2, then get the bus from Port Authority all the way across through the tunnel up to Edgewater, New Jersey, and then I would train people from 3 to 9 every day for the rest of 2018 with the goal of becoming a trainer in New York City. But at that stage, I still didn't know how I was going to do that. Working that many hours, that many jobs, that much traveling for such a long period of time with no actual like visible end goal or promotion or anything, it is very demoralizing. And it got to a point in October of 2018, I was going to give up, I was going to quit, I was literally going to go move home. And I had a conversation with my cousin Alexia. She literally told me, don't give up. Keep going. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. All you got to do is visualize it. Keep going. It will happen. That was on a Saturday. I got a message on Tuesday from New York Sports Club asking me if I wanted to be a model in their 2019 campaign on the Thursday. In New York, it is one of the biggest gym establishments. So that was like a big deal for me. And this was my moment. This was like, okay, all of that hard work has paid off. This is your opportunity. Don't let it slip. And I just worked my ass off for all of 2019. Within a year, I moved from working 2 jobs and living in Sunnyside to now living in my West Village apartment in New York City. Working with New York Sports Club, or working inside New York Sports Club for that year, like especially my first year in New York City as a fitness trainer, I really seen the importance of community. The community that I had built in that gym, COVID happened, they actually came with me then, and I trained them virtually. And it was kind of funny in an aspect of every trainer that I knew in the city, overnight went from personal trainer to virtual trainer. And everybody was like kind of somewhat competing against each other, like what time you teach, I'm teaching 7, I want to teach 6:30, or what day are you teaching, Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to teach Monday, Friday. Once the good weather came, people wanted to get outside. People wanted to train outside. And one of the girls had said, so why don't you take the kettlebells to the park and we'll come in and we can actually do it then in person. It'll be outside, so it's going to be great. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. So I had about 8 bells at this time, and I brought them down to the park close to my apartment, and about 20 people showed up. It was free, didn't even charge, and that day was the day that I was like, this community, this is the community, this is the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing. And from that point, I think it was June 2020, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I taught kettlebell classes in the park in New York City. And it was like a rocket ship. It just took off. Everything that I've learned from home, from the training, from the hustle, from the year of working 2 jobs to New York Sports Club to the pandemic, it all came to a point when this started to happen and these classes started to happen, because I could just see the excitement from people and the pure joy that this community that was being built every day, every week, was just coming to the forefront. And it was amazing to see. And that was like one of the highlights, honestly, still to this day, of my career, my life in New York City so far, and the foundation of the Irish Yank Society.
So then I think what happened next is that people noticed how great it was. I mean, maybe that was your previous employer. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Uh,
You worked for Peloton, right?
I sure did. Um, no comment. I actually do have a few things to say.